are at the Brawa stand at the 2020 Nuremberg Toy Fair, and we are looking at Brawa's highlight model for 2020. This is a BR02, and what's great about this model is nobody's ever made a BR02 before, not in a production series, so this is truly going to be a great and unique model. The BR02, if you notice, just like the new BR01, the Rheingold 01, you know, very, very filigreed wheels, you know, a lot of external detail, absolutely beautiful. So we're excited about this model. There's going to be a lot of nice variations of this. We're very excited about this. Brawa is finally coming back with another production run of the BR06, fully streamlined express locomotive. This model is all metal. It's going to have sound. There's going to be variations of this model. Very heavy model. It's all metal. So this will be a very, very nice model to get, definitely. Looks like they're going to come out with some more of the little Austrian Era 1 and Era 2 passenger cars. These sold really well a few years ago when they came out. These are really detailed, very nice. And a variation again of the Austrian tank locomotive. There's going to be some variations of that. Here's a post-war version. Very cool. Here we finally have the first pilot model of the self-propelled twin decks. These will be really cool. Double deckers. It's EMU rail car with the pantographs. The pantographs aren't on there yet, but it kind of will give you an idea of what it'll look like. Here we have the first production samples of the Rheingold. Now, these cars will be very technically advanced. There's an amazing amount of lighting functions on these. Believe it or not, the table lights are fully functional. The overhead lighting is fully functional, which you could digitally control. And get this, they even went as far as placing a light on the entrance doors, above the entrance doors. So, you know, at nighttime the passengers won't trip and fall because the entrance would be illuminated. And they actually recreated that in the model, so that's very cool. Yeah, Brawa passenger cars are just magnificent, really. The Rheingold and the BR01s, they will be out sometime in May, so we're very excited about that. Very popular are the V100s or 212 class. Looks like there's going to be another version in the original DB Red with a different locomotive number. It's a beautiful model. And then again for VB in the yellow version. Twin Dex cars are going to be coming out again with new numbers. And then the matching class 146. Very cool. Brawa is going to come back out with the V160 class. There's going to be 2 new versions. This diesel locomotive is all metal, and it looks like they're changing the gearing and the motors on these models. Here's kind of a little bit of a diagram, and we'll find out what this all means. Awesome. Here's Era 5, Era 6 version in the DBHE red. And there's going to be a yellow version for VB. construction. Very cool. Then the little BR36, that's going to come back out. There's a DB version, a DR version. These are really nice models. They're all metal, and we're excited about this model as well. This is a great model to use if you're a World War II guy and pulled a couple of Wehrmacht trains, shunting, you know, Panzer trains and stuff. Very neat. Looks like Brawa is going to make new versions of the former East German DDR V100s. And it looks like they're going to be retooled. So it's a really nice diesel engine. Very similar to the West German V100 or BR212. Here's some other versions, more modern versions. Here it shows what they're doing. It looks like might even have spinning fans. You know, a lot of etched parts. There's going to be a DBAG version with sound, analog, DCC sound premium, also a Swiss version. This one will be very popular. People love the SBB, and this is going to be a nice big SBB cargo locomotive. Brawa is going to be coming out with new DRG 2-axle passenger cars. They'll have these same versions also in the Era 3 DB, and this is all new tooling. There's going to be you know, the baggage car, second class cars, third class cars. These 2-axle German cars are always popular, and I believe these are all new. So like with all Brawa passenger cars and freight cars, are most likely some of the best, if not the best, freight and passenger cars on the market. The detail, just incredible. Unfortunately, they don't have any pilot models, so they're just showing pictures. But these will surely be very popular as well. The same cars will also be made in French, Austrian, and Czech. So they can get a lot out of the tooling by making cars from various countries. There's a Czech version, Czech baggage car, and here are the Austrian versions. What I forgot to mention on these DRG, DB, French, and Austrian passenger cars, these are the famous Donnerbüchsen. The Donnerbüchsens were very popular right after World War II, and Brawa is making all new Donnerbüchsen. Every year at the Brawa booth, they display beautiful new dioramas. I love their dioramas. They're so pretty. Here's a typical German station, sometime in the 50s or 60s. I like this little overpass structure. It's so cool. Nice station. It's really great. Above the station, looks like there's a tiny little maintenance facility with a side-to-side turntable. That's so cool. Check that out. I'm not exactly sure what's that called officially, but it looks like it could service 3 different tracks by simply moving left and right. I believe that's made by the company Knock, and they sell that as a kit or a finished model. Very nice. This is a nice diorama. This would have been 1940s, somewhere in Germany. Except for that Volkswagen camper or that Volkswagen bus. I'm not sure if that would have been 40s or not, but the locomotive is. It's got the German eagles on the side. So it looks like they're going to come out with a BR-44 with the Reichs Eagle. That's a beautiful model, by the way. I believe these structures on this layout are made by our good friend Thomas Oswald from MBZ. That is a little MBZ laser station. An MBZ station made as a laser kit, that's what I meant to say. That's great. Have some nice vehicles from Chrysler, of course. Yeah, these structures are definitely MBZ. Great detail. Really great detail. I really like the old switch lanterns. Gotta find out who makes those. I think they're probably Weiner. Yeah, there are some talented model builders, that's for sure. You know, if you look at these little detailed scenes, they're just incredible. But you know, with companies like Architect and Chrysler, Bush, Noch, you can get all the figures, all the vehicles, the lighting, everything that you need, the scenic material. Get beautiful trees from MBR, from Poland. And you can create, it's much easier for the intermediate or beginner model railroad enthusiasts to create nice scenes these days because every single product that you can imagine is available. It just makes it a lot easier. You don't have to scratch build a lot of stuff like in the past.
Aber das ist erlaubt. Ja, das ist wunderbar.
It's fantastic. This is a beautiful bridge. I'm not sure if I recorded this bridge last year or not, but it's completely scratch built. He did such a nice job on this. It's awesome. And you know, using quality high-end trees like NBR, you could really create a beautiful forest. It gives it such a much better appeal, much better look when you have high-end trees. Lovely. Simply lovely. Here's a view through the forest. And it's just, I love the way they did this. It looks so good. And then over the bridge. That bridge must have been hard to build because it goes into a curve.
Die Drehgestelle wird scharf gesmeist sowie nahtlos ausgeführt.